There are plenty of places around the world where you can hear stories of short, magical creatures with the ability to control the elements and in charge of protecting nature. Leprechauns are mythical creatures, small humanoids often linked to the protection of objects, but also to evil. Throughout history, we have heard of these magic beings that inhabit our world, elemental creatures that star many legends, books, and fantasy movies. Sightings of these mischievous, elusive beings have been heard for centuries all over the world. The kinds of leprechauns are as many as the legends, but they all suggest they look after plants and animals and are invisible most of the time. Legends about leprechauns started going around in Ireland and England and spread worldwide. Irish tradition tells that St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland, invited the pagan Celts to convert to Christianity after founding his first church. Druids, the pagan priests of these lands, fearing the Catholic faith taking over the entire island, summoned a group of leprechauns to go to St. Patrick's church and cause an outrage. The saint, upon arriving the temple, could easily expel them due to his powerful faith in God. Since then, the image of this saint is used to scare them off homes. Leprechauns are, undoubtedly, survivors in the modern world, still managing to be part of people's thoughts. This character gathers a part of the mystic tradition around him, inherited from the native populations of several parts of the world, especially Europe. These elemental beings are neutral entities that can't tell the good from the bad, living in a parallel world to ours where they remain unseen. Despite being playful with animals and people, they can be very wrathful and resentful towards those who damage the environment or an animal under their protection, and they won't hesitate to torture and sink those who offend them into madness. They are often related to fairies, witches, and other unknown beings, and have grown to be very popular in fantasy stories, legends, and collective imagination, plotting against humans, always with a certain degree of reason, since they're only defending themselves and the environment they inhabit from the humans who seek to alter and destroy their habitat. Despite their invisibility, they come in vast amounts, and as spirits of nature, they wander in the solitude of forests, jungles, and fields of the world. Thus we find gnomes, the elemental spirits of the earth, also known as pomberos in Argentina and onis in Japanese tradition. Something they share throughout the many cultural descriptions is their short size, not over 20 inches tall, as well as their mischievous, restless, and playful temper, their vengeful personality, and their zeal to torture, in thousands of ways, the men, children, and maidens who somehow upset them. In the outdoors, they tend to hide behind rocks or conceal among the vegetation. They are rarely seen in jungles and ignored in the country. According to Christian tradition, travelers who go to meadows and moors should always carry a rosary, a ribbon, or a St. Patrick's stamp, which will help avert them. People from towns secluded from big cosmopolitan cities often hear these little creatures playing sad and melancholic music with flutes. us were told, as kids, that if we misbehaved, a leprechaun would come for us. This isn't too far from reality, for some cultures believe there are leprechauns evil enough to steal a children's breath. They mostly show themselves to innocent children who play by themselves or extend their playtime until very late at night. They become the kids' new playmate and try to get them away from their homes through promises of toys or wonderful new games. They lure them into their home, the woods. As for adults, they despise them, so when they appear to one, the sole purpose is to scare or attack them. Due to their malicious nature, they are thought to be responsible for all kinds of damage inside households when they decide to visit them. Hence their predilection to keep or hide jewelry and money, turn invisible, put stuff in meals, and chase and scare young children. Humans only believe what their reason allows them to see, but in this infinite world, possibilities are immeasurable, which is why we cannot neglect the existence of other life forms and alternative dimensions from ours, even though we cannot see them. When it comes to believing in the existence of leprechauns and other fairy beings, something inevitably remains with us: the fear and reverence we feel towards that spiritual part of nature. Its incomprehension and vastness are ingrown so deeply in us that, regardless of our beliefs, it's useless to argue against that unreachable, innate